Should you franchise your MSP or should you start from the ground up? And this is a question that has been coming up quite a bit over the last few weeks. And I want to make a video on my thoughts on whether or not you should go with a franchise or you should start your own MSP business. How are you? My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs grow, whether it's sales training, marketing training, or even business operations. Before I get into today's video, I do want to mention just one quick thing. Down in the video description or the podcast description, if you're listening to it, MSP Heroes, there will be links down in the description down below. Those links are going to be super helpful links, and some of those links I will even be referencing in today's video or the podcast if you're listening to it. So if you want to go check those out, I will leave them down there below for you. That's all I got for you guys. Other than that, maybe if you want to go check out growth-generators.com/resources, we'd love to see you guys over there as well. So let's talk about, should you franchise or should you start your own MSP, managed service provider? What are the pros and what are the cons? And I'm going to share with you guys my knowledge based on speaking to people that are looking to go start a franchise, based on people that I've spoken to that already own franchises, and also the wide majority of people that I've spoken to that have started their own MSP business. And I want to give you guys my thoughts and insights on both of them. And just straight out of the bat, there are positives and negatives for both. And I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinions at the end, as well as some of the more popular options for franchising. And just because these are the options that I've seen doesn't mean these are all the options out there. There are plenty of other ones as well. So what is a franchise? A franchise, from my knowledge, is basically a company sells you the rights to use their name, use their processes, their secret sauce, and ultimately many franchises will typically provide market material and consistent support so that way you can go out and build your business, right? And there's franchises in every aspect. Some of the largest ones, I'm sure you probably know. There's a small company that was started called McDonald's, and they have franchisees, from what I know, all over the world. Yes, I am totally kidding, but yes, McDonald's is a franchise, and many other businesses are franchisees as well. And that means that they spent their own money, and they've bought into corporate, and corporate does all of the things that I just stated for their business or helps them in certain aspects of their business. And in many cases, when you do franchise and you spend all of your money, you have to provide corporate with a kind of kickback, a percentage of your profit. And in sometimes, many cases, there is also a portion of that you just have to pay a set fee to corporate. Now, the franchisees or franchises that I'm going to be speaking about in today's video, I don't know all of their exact requirements. So if you are interested, I would recommend reaching out to whatever franchise it is and getting more information, because I have 3 of them pulled up on my screen, and that may vary tremendously based on which franchise you decide to talk to. But usually you're paying for their secret sauce, their business model, what they've found that works, that when you spend money and you grow into it, you can get those benefits out of it. Now, starting your own business is a little bit more challenging because you don't have what I would call the bumper guards, right? If you're bowling and you bowl, there's a chance that the ball goes into the gutter and you strike out and you fail. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to fail in a franchise, but I will say that there is a significantly lower chance of failure in a franchise. Those bumpers typically only go back so far, and I have, back in my younger days and potentially maybe even still today, thrown a gutter ball even with the bumpers, right? There's still the opportunity to fail. It just makes it significantly harder. That is the difference with an MSP. You're starting, but if you do start your own MSP, you have the full freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, because it's your own business. In many cases, franchises have a specific thing that you have to follow. For example, I used to work at a tropical smoothie cafe way back when, and that was a franchise. And the business owner got fined for having a clock that wasn't a tropical smoothie approved clock, or they didn't order it from corporate. Now, I'm not saying that any of these franchises are that specific, but you are kind of trapped into what they require you to do and what they have for you. And that's one of the big things that I consistently see in franchising is you have to use their solution. You have to follow their flow, and their flow and solution is designed for success, but you have to be willing to work in those confines. So what are the pros and what are the cons of franchising, right? I've already spoken to a couple of them. The biggest pro is their proven business model. They know what they have works, and that's why they have a franchise, because there are businesses out there and people out there that like to just have the secret sauce given to them, right? They also get access to the resources, the marketing, and typically support from that franchise. They also get brand recognition, and this is one that people kind of sleep on. Now, in the MSP world, I can pretty much promise you there's not that much brand recognition. One of the companies that I've pulled up here, and I'm going to share them with you in a minute, but there is a little bit of brand recognition with one of them, maybe two of them. After that, I really haven't seen so much brand recognition. It's not like McDonald's. It's not like Tropical Smoothie Cafe and the bigger franchises out there. Yes, I was kidding. I said smaller earlier. And the other thing is that lower risk of failure as one of the main kind of saving points. Before I get into the cons, if you could take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Now, let's talk about some cons because, it's fun to talk about the negative things. The biggest thing is the franchising fee. Now, I don't know what the franchising fee is on all of these. I know it varies tremendously. Some of them as low as $25,000, some of them as high as six figures, at least from the people that I've spoken about. Now, one of the biggest cons for me is you have no flexibility. You have to operate in the confines of what they kind of force you into. And typically you get a territory based on these. So you might have, I live close to Charlotte, there might be 2 or 3 of these franchisees allowed in that area, and after that you're out because Charlotte is a fairly large city for the franchise. If you're in New York City, you might have a couple more, but if you're in a rural area, you might be the only one for a very large distance around there. But there are some of those more restrictive areas. And then on top of that, there are restrictions on how you can run your business. They force you into that mold. Now, their mold has been proven to succeed, but to a point. And then after that, you either have to go buy other franchises, potentially start another company, or just be okay with the business that you have. Now, there are pros and cons to starting an MSP as well, and I want to get to those too because I'm sure people are chomping at the bit. The biggest pro is you have full control over everything. But in some cases, that could also be bad. You can control the pricing, you can control the services, you can control the branding, how the branding wants to be. You have more freedom to innovate and differentiate yourself compared to the rest of the competition. And if you come up with your own secret sauce, that could be worth tremendously more than any of the franchise will ever get you. There's no ongoing franchise fees. Whatever you make as profit at the end of the day is yours. You don't have to pay out anybody else other than your typical overhead expenses, whether that's your electric, your rent, your employees, all of that. And you're able to scale on your own terms. If you want to stay small, you can stay small. If you want to become a multi-billion-dollar company, you can become a multi-billion-dollar company and take over whatever market. You could take over all of Charlotte if you wanted to, or New York City, or wherever else. But there are some cons to this. There is a much larger risk with a longer path to profitability. Now, I help people with that in my program, MSP Heroes. Shameless plug to myself. There will be a link down below. But to get to profitability, if you're just going to freehand it and just say, I'm going to start my own MSP and I'm hoping for the best, good luck. We have a program partially inside of MSP Heroes, but the MSP Launchpad that'll teach you almost everything that you're going to want to know about starting an MSP business, also shameless plug, which will be down below as well. But for the most part, if you don't go through either one of those or find a mentor or group of people to help you grow, and you're just hoping for the best, good luck. It is not easy. There are so many MSPs that fail because they don't have any direction. They just want to go through it by themselves. They don't subscribe to this channel, wink, wink. They don't do any of the things to better themselves. They're just hoping for the best results possible. The other con is you got to build everything. There's no SOPs, there's no database, there's no RMM pre-configured, there's no PSA pre-configured. There is so much missing. There is going to be time that it takes to build your client base, to build the reputation, to build your processes out that are ultimately going to make you succeed. And then one of the other cons is you are responsible for growing the business, whether that's business growth, sales growth, marketing growth, all of that. You have to figure that out. So either you have to get good at that, or you have to find a trusted, and I laugh at this because I know somebody watching this is going to say, I hate all the marketing companies out there, but you have to find a marketing company that's going to do a good job. And typically, they're not cheap, right? So these are some bigger cons that you have to weigh out. One of the other biggest cons that I see between the two of them is in a franchise, you might be capped. Most franchisees might make around $250,000 a year. Now, that might sound like a lot of money, but there are plenty of MSPs that are making significantly more than that. Right? And it's because they're forcing you into this box. Now, there are always going to be franchisees that make significantly more money, and it depends on what franchise, the market, how you build your business. But from what I know, there is some kind of limit for your franchise. There's typically a ceiling that you're going to hit, and then you're kind of confined in that space, whether it's geographical or that's just the confines of what the business can truly provide for you, because you're limited to the services, the profitability, the flexibility of growing your actual business. Where the flip side of things, if you do start your own MSP, because you're probably financially motivated to go start your MSP, that is something to consider as well. So let's jump into my computer here. I just want to share with you guys some of the franchises that I know are pretty prevalent on the internet, and we'll walk through those right now. The first one is going to be CMIT Solutions. And fun fact for CMIT, and I wanted to double check this, but CMIT used to stand for Computer Moms IT. They made the post 4 years ago, almost, actually, ironically enough, almost to the day, but that's what it used to stand for, is Computer Moms IT. That's where the CMIT solutions come from. And you could go through this entire process here. Managed services. There are tons of locations. They offer a variety of different services where you might say, hey, this is probably enough for me to get going. They have resources, case studies, webinars, press, about them, partners, the blog, and then last but not least, locations. And you could go through and find all of the locations. Now, the nice part is CMIT does have a ton of locations that are already pre-existing, but this is one of the 3 that I've found. There's a couple other ones too. Nerds to Go is another one, expert IT support for your business or home, right? And About Us, Nerds to Go, pretty much same type of thing, where they're going to make you work in that franchise model. But they give you that logo, they give you kind of everything to start off with. And then in-store services, you can see what in-store services they have: smartphone service and repair, tablet. And maybe that's something that you don't want to deal with, and that's totally okay too. They have nerd assurance, computer service contracts, cybersecurity service, IT consulting, so on and so forth. And if I go to my locations here, you can see hopefully all of the locations in the country, which there are some, not as many as CMIT, but here you go, right? There's just a couple nearby where I am. There is a fair amount. Nothing bad about that. Smaller franchise, and probably the smallest franchise out of all of them is ClickIt. Now, ClickIt is another one. I actually don't think that this is the right website now that I'm on it, but I was on one called ClickIt, and I will find the right one and put it down below. And ClickIt was another one. They're a small franchise, only a handful of stores, and same type of thing. You can go through, you can franchise, and you could actually begin to grow the business. You will need to call them. You should set up a couple appointments. You should be ready to spend some money if you decide to go through with it. Now, if you think that a franchise is for you, what I can tell you that I have seen work is go ask really difficult questions to the owners of other franchises. How much money do you make? What do you like? What do you hate about being in a franchise? If you could go back and do something differently, what would that be? And ask those difficult and mildly uncomfortable questions to those business owners, those already franchisee owners. That is going to help you tremendously figure out if you should franchise or you shouldn't franchise. Now, if you're somebody that wants kind of a open road to do whatever you want, you don't like what other MSPs are doing, you think you know the secret sauce, maybe you want to learn the basics of how to go start an MSP, there is a link down below to our Launchpad. I would recommend checking that out. Or if you're really serious about growing, I would check out our membership in all seriousness, just because it includes all the trainings that we have on top of mentorship support on how to get through that process from sales to marketing and teaching you how to do it instead of giving it all to you. We do give a good bit to you too as well, and those links will be down below. But for somebody that just wants the open road of saying, I want to do whatever I want, whenever I want, and build the best solutions out there, potentially starting your own MSP is the right move. But if you're somebody that likes the playbook on how to succeed step by step by step by step, franchising might be a good idea for you. There are pros and cons to both. The nice part about an MSP is typically there's nearly an unlimited amount of money that you can have. And at the end of it all, if you decide to sell it, you can sell the business as well. Where CMIT, you have to sell that franchise name to the next buyer, I believe. Double check me on that when you go speak to their franchises. But I hope this provided some good clarity for you. If it did, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I love the heck out of you guys, as always, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Until then,